At the very top of the spinal column is a bone called Atlas, so named from Greek mythology. Atlas stands with the world upon his shoulders. In this case, the world is your head. In metaphysical disciplines, the head also contains two very important chakras, the third eye and the crown chakra. In Chinese Taoist culture, the head is where it's believed that the Shen enter into the body. Translated, Shen is the spirit, God, deity, awareness, or consciousness, and is depicted as eagles, a phoenix, or a dragon circling above the body, and only lands when the heart becomes calm. The junction between Atlas and the skull bone is also the location of a very important acupuncture point, known as the jade pillow, or tricky gate. In order for energy to circulate up the back of the spine, over the top of the head, and down the front of the body, which is known as the microcosmic orbit, this jade pillow must be open. Working with people over the years, there are certain clinical conditions that arise from a disconnection or somatic amnesia over this area. Any endocrine disruption of the body, including the pituitary gland, pineal gland, thyroid gland, adrenal gland, or sex hormones, may be attributed to a disconnection at this area. It may also manifest as a loss of vision or hearing, migraine or tension headaches, teeth problems, or any cancer affecting the head or the brain. Inherent within this pattern of presentation is a loss of trust in the divine or the person's spiritual connection. The first traumatic blow to this area is as we leave the birth canal and are thrust in the material world. This is the first disconnection from mother, from spirit, and could potentially set up a lifetime pattern unless addressed properly. Other causes can be chemical substances, drugs, mental and emotional abuse that specifically target this field of information. Objective indications of a disconnection at this place include a straightening of the cervical curve and a loss of the atlanto-occipital angle, hypertonic musculature seen on an SEMG scan, and thermal differences taken in the atlas fossa. Because of this disconnection between heaven and earth, or individual and divine, this can present in numerous personality quirks. One of the possible manifestations is a hyper-management of daily life. Because this person is disconnected from heaven or God, there's an absolute need for them to become the conductor of their daily life. This may also present with an outlook on life that things are always going to be this way. Transient locking or disconnection from this area is not necessarily something to be avoided and may be a part of the natural human experience, but a chronic disconnection from this area can have life-altering effects not only for this person, but for every person that interacts with this individual. In the body, when a group of cells becomes disconnected and non-communicative with the rest of the body, we call this cancer, and it is extremely toxic to the whole organism. An individual who is disconnected from the source of the divine becomes toxic to the world around them. In order to achieve a state of health and wellness in mind, body, and spirit, this gateway to the divine needs to be programmed with strategies for increased awareness, connection, and oscillation. When this area becomes truly transformed to its highest potential, both energetically connected and embodied in the physical, an amazing transformation occurs for this individual. Anatomically, the jade pillow opens and Atlas is allowed to oscillate at an entrained frequency. Externally, this looks as though Atlas does a figure-8 motion independent of the area surrounding it. There are only a few techniques that I've found over the years that have allowed this connection to be re-established in individuals. One that has been highly researched and is reproducible is called network spinal analysis. This technique, through a series of sessions, builds awareness into these structures, funnels stored energy into the oscillatory gateways, and builds strategies at the level of the nervous system for congruence, connection, and higher states of connection and bliss. This is not a passive process that a practitioner is doing to an individual. The practitioner is trained to find places of posturing, defensiveness, and lack of awareness. It's up to your own awareness, your energetic constitution, as to how quickly this gateway is activated and open. The more aware you are of your body, energy, breath, and movement, the quicker this gateway is programmed with strategies to stay open and connected. Imagine having an embodied connection to everyone and everything, not merely as a philosophical concept. Imagine being guided with divine timing and rhythms that are entrained to the rest of humanity and the planet. Imagine being more able to deliver the gifts that you came to this planet to bring. Imagine sensing and seeing the divine in everything. This is the gift that is bestowed through the reconnection of heaven and earth.